Hey guys, so welcome back to another video. We're going to talk about the Police and Thief Phase 2 that has actually just been announced pretty recently and is set to go live actually just today, technically, because it's midnight as I'm recording this, and it's coming out 2 p.m. today, so that's February 5th. Hopefully you guys get a chance to watch this video and be informed and be ready for the launch of Phase 2. So I actually noticed that on the white paper they changed the storyline a little bit. I thought this was interesting. So they talk about how Joe Bank is actually a renowned corporate leader, and he has recently capitalized on investment opportunities, and that's why we have so much money to gain from him, from robbing him, I guess. But anyway, if we come down all the way over here, we actually have Phase 2. So I only briefly skimmed this. I get that it's kind of like a chicken game situation, but I haven't gotten to the whole detail, so this is me kind of looking at this fairly with fresh eyes. Let's hop into this. So let's see. So on the Chile Avalanche Mountains, thieves have been stealing loot from Joe Bank, whilst the corrupt police have been taking their cut on the side. These know this is not sustainable, and eventually they will get caught. They know the only way to survive is to continuously increase their influence and power. To increase their sneakiness level, they will be using loot to achieve this, allowing them to earn more bribe perpetually to help climb the criminal socio-economic hierarchy. Okay, so yeah, this basically means that we have a use case for loot. And we have this new token introduced, Bribe, and I just want to say that I don't think that this is actually limited, because I didn't read anything that said that this is limited at all, so that's something to keep in mind as we read this. So following the complete mint out of our 50,000 unique NFTs, a specially curated tri-token tokenomics has been designed for this game, and we rolled out to create continuous value for Police and Thief game. Of course, this has also been mapped out to complement the project's overarching goal of becoming the NFT staking hub through the incorporation of DeFi with NFTs. So this is something that they said they want to do. They want to be a hub where you can just stake your NFT and earn money passively. I'm not exactly sure how they're going to do that, because from what I understand, if any kind of staking that I've seen that just happens in general, let's say, you are paid out in some kind of native token, and if that native token is just being continuously minted to pay you out in staking, then it's just an inflationary token that is going to lose its value over time. So I'm not sure if they're going to have some kind of mechanic to keep their actual native token they're paying you out valuable. I know that they're going to end their game. They said phase 2 will be the end of their game, but they do have on Discord, if I were to check very quickly, they say that they are preparing a phantom game launch. And it's not going to affect their current game. So I don't know if they're going to keep making games to like make their token valuable or what they have in mind with that, but so that's something that I don't know how they're going to be a staking hub for NFTs. So let's just focus on the game for now. So, okay, introduction to Bribe. You get Bribe. You stake Bribe to earn loot. So exactly how chicken game works is you have a chicken NFT. You earn eggs every day. You stake the eggs to create feed, and then you feed your chicken to make it bigger, and it can lay more eggs. So that's similar to this, right? So you stake your thief, you earn bribe. You stake your bribe to earn loot. You feed the loot to your thief to increase its sneakiness level so that it can earn more bribe. Okay, so it says max distribution is 2 billion new loot. So we saw we had 2.4 billion, I think was what we had before. And here we don't actually see how many loot you earn per level. So let's see if they kind of go into that a little bit more. Yeah, more sneaky, you'll get more bribe, increasing waiting time. This is also similar to the chicken game. So when you level up your chicken in chicken game, you have to wait a certain amount of time before your chicken can actually start getting eggs at that new level. So it's similar here. And also something to note is that when, let's say you have your eggs staked, eggs are the things that your chicken produces, right? Eggs are staked. You level up your chicken, the eggs that you have staked become the amount of eggs that you would have gotten if your chicken was the level that you upgraded it to. So what that means, if they implement something similar, if you leave your if you leave your bribe unclaimed, I should say, not staked. If you leave your bribe unclaimed, you level up your thief. If it were like chicken game, which I think it probably is, that means that your bribe will increase. But the disadvantage of that is that you don't have your bribe staked to earn loot. Okay, so upgrading is permanent, and every thief will begin at level 0. So a couple things I want to say is that I think they were talking about having the police start at a higher level. So we haven't even talked about the police yet. So hopefully the police have something special as well. And they were also talking about the potential of like losing your thief if you raise its sneakiness level. But I think they've gone away with that. So because I've heard Sixes talk about how like it's just too risky to level up your thief if there was a possibility of it being stolen from you. So I think they've stopped doing that. Anyway, so we got contracts. I'll probably look at these later, but I think for now there aren't any new contracts to look at. I think they are still auditing some of their contracts. And so nothing to look at on that end yet, but these should be here soon. I like to look at the actual contracts before I actually invest in a project, so I'll be wanting to see these pretty soon. So, because at the time of writing, video recording, there's only about less than 14 hours, 13 and a half hours about till launch. Okay, so thieves. There will only ever be a maximum of 42,925 thief NFTs, all of which have been minted. Oh, we're gonna get the police. Okay, that's good. We'll read about this in a second. Each thief will begin with the same ability to earn bribes. Yeah, level 0, right? Equal opportunity. Loot can be used to upgrade the sneakiness level. Through a higher sneakiness level, a thief will earn more bribe, okay, increasing its rarity and earning potential over the long run. And this increases its ability to fetch a higher premium on the open market. Sure, yeah, it's basically exactly a simple discounted cash flow. It's basically like a perpetuity, except for the fact that it doesn't really work as a perpetuity, because I think in that case you actually know the value of the dollar, whereas the value of bribe could fluctuate. So this maybe is a little bit misleading, but I see what they're saying. Okay, the scalability and speed of the Avalanche ecosystem coupled with its slow fee structure. Yeah, sneakiness level, okay. Upgradable on-chain value for NFTs, great. Introduction of fungible tokens intrinsically linked to the thief NFT metadata designates the value of each thief NFT. Right, but which fluctuates. Only stake thieves will be able to earn bribe. Okay, let's read about police. There will only ever be a maximum of 7,075 police, all of which have been minted. The alpha scores from phase 1 will remain the same, with alpha value ranging from 5 to 8. The higher the alpha value, the higher portion of bribe the police earns from all the thieves. See, I actually remember in the AMA, they said that they didn't really want to do this because police are going to be like too kind of overpowered in how much they earn, but I guess they're going to roll with that. I think that's cool. So it's like a chicken game with like the police and thief twist of like stealing money. Because right now with chicken game, there's no way to kind of like take someone else's profit, but it's kind of cool that you have like chicken game where like a police can just chill there and earn money from that. So I'm guessing since the white paper hasn't changed since before they're going live, that this is going to happen, and there have been no announcements. So I kind of like that. I think that's cool. I was worried about how chicken game, it kind of is like you are continuously just like earning 2 tokens, right? That like kind of just like inflate. And I know in theory, the feed like goes away, but like also in theory, like these are 2 tokens that were created out of nothing that just kind of like keep gaining value. That, you know, who knows what's going to happen with them. Yeah, chicken game does also promise a fighting game that could drive its value up in the future, but we don't have that kind of fighting game from this. So the reason I mentioned chicken game here is because they're kind of comparable projects. So if we see the trajectory of one, we might be able to predict the trajectory of a similar project, which this is. But yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, I think just when you have tokens that just come out of nowhere, it kind of is like a race to make as much of that token and then sell it off before everyone else does. Because if everyone else sells it off, it's going to tank the price. And so in that case, it kind of becomes a chicken game to basically make as much money as possible and sell at the right time. Because if the promises of the project don't hold up in the future, then basically these tokens can just fall to zero and aren't worth anything. So you do want to be taking profits in these games, I would say, because we don't know what's going to happen in the future. We don't know how valuable these, bribe and loot are going to be in the future. We really value it on how much people actually want to play these games, and that's something that is really hard to predict, right? Especially because the game is just a passive income game. Yeah, you can see it kind of just becomes a chicken game of let me get out when I can and let me make as much as I can before I get out, and hopefully I get out soon enough. So, okay. So, yeah, police will partially earn bribe based on the amount earned by each thief. Discounted cash flow again. So, yeah, all this is like all copy paste, basically. But it says only, at the end, it says only staked police would be able to earn bribe from thieves. So, only staked thieves will be able to earn bribe, and then only staked police will be able to earn bribe from thieves. So, wait a minute. How do you earn? Oh yeah, you earn loot by staking bribe. Right. Okay. But yeah, as you can see as well, right? Like I mentioned, when you stake this, you are earning a token that's being minted by the developers, right? So that's kind of why I'm not super bullish on the idea of being able to stake an NFT to earn a token. Yeah, sure you can do it, but that token needs to have some kind of value. To really be like, actually make you want to trust a smart contract with your precious NFT. I don't want to put my like a Bored Ape or something, onto a contract that I don't trust, and for maybe just little gain, it's maybe not worth the risk. Okay, so loot will be moving from an inflationary token to a finite and deflationary token. Yes. Previously, the inflationary reward token for the police, yeah, so loot will now transform into a finite and deflationary token in phase 2. For each of the thieves to increase their sneakiness level, they have to use loot, and then it's burned whenever they do that. And the way to earn loot is through the staking of bribe. So it says you can earn it through single staking or through liquidity provision pairs such as bribe and AVAX. So that's going to be on, I think it's on Pangolin now. It says the maximum amount of loot that can be earned in phase 2 is going to be 2 billion loot, and then no other loot will be made. And this will ensure that loot is finite and deflationary. And it creates limited opportunities for thieves to increase their sneakiness level. Yeah, so for example, like Chicken Game said that there's going to be enough feed to get every one of the 10,000 chickens to level 45. And so that means, at that point, like once all the loot is done, then there will be your NFT will stay at the same sneakiness level, and there's nothing you can do about it. So it doesn't say that there's a way to level up police, is there? So I guess it's just you're stuck with your alpha level. Okay. I guess that's probably fine. If Sixes was so worried about police being so overpowered, then I guess that's probably going to be fine. That we're just going to be taking all the thieves' stuff, and we don't have to do anything, right? We don't have to level up our police. We just kind of chill, stake it, and then we'll just earn from all these thieves are level like 10 million. We'll just earn all their bribe. That sounds cool. And then yeah, you can bribe. And there's something to note too. There's a few different strategies that people have come up with for Chicken Game. For example, you don't actually have to own a chicken. You can just buy egg and then stake your egg to earn feed, and then just sell your feed and have that be your passive income source, right? You never need to actually buy one of the NFTs. And there's a few different methods like that. Like say that you stake your thief and you just sell your bribe immediately. You can actually level up your thief and then try to flip it. You can think of a few different kinds of strategies to, kind of figure out what you want to do and how you can be the most profitable. And then also depending on your budget and how much you want to actually invest. Okay, so let's read the rest. So it says Bribe represents the latest incorporation into the Tokenomics. Right. Every thief will be able to earn Bribe. A thief with a higher sneakiness level will permanently earn Bribe at a higher rate. All thieves can earn Bribe as long as they are staked. Police earn a proportion of the bribe earned by each thief. Yes. So further details. Staking Bribe will be the only way to earn loot. Right. 2 bribe staking options. It's going to be, single staking and LP staking. LP staking of Bribe will earn loot at a higher rate than Bribe single staking. Okay, interesting. But I think here is when someone corrected me in my last video. But here, this is going to be 2 asset staking, like LP staking. And so here you can incur impermanent loss. So that's something to keep in mind. Bribe can be used to decrease the waiting time when a thief is trying to increase its sneakiness level. Bribe can be used to decrease the waiting time when a thief is trying to increase in sneakiness level. Yeah, so as soon as you level up your thief, you can give it a bribe, basically, to decrease waiting time. So it's similar, like when you level up your chicken by using thief, you can give it the egg to decrease the waiting time. So the waiting time just means that it cannot earn bribe while it's waiting. So there's like a cooldown period after you level up. Your thief isn't robbing anyone. It's got this cooldown period before it can get the bribe anymore. So for stake bribe, there will be lock-in periods, and you are free to unstake your bribe at any time. However, paying bribe represents a delicate situation, and this will be managed well to ensure that such sneaky actions escape the watchful eyes of the law and hence will be subject to a escape fee. I think they mean, do they mean paying bribe? Or they mean claiming bribe? Okay, this acts as an incentive for bribe to remain staked. I think they mean claiming bribe, while permanently burning all bribe received from unstaking. Okay. So there's gonna be, did I miss something? There's gonna be you're gonna have to sacrifice some bribe. Well, like to the police, I guess. But why permanently burning all bribe? This has been designed to create a win-win situation for both bribe holders and police NFT holders. Do note, however, that there is a hard cap on loot, meaning yes, it will run out. At some stage, it'll become untenable or too expensive to make your thief more sneaky. Oh, sorry. I think they're talking about when you pay to decrease the waiting time, it's going to be burned. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Unless I'm missing something, please let me know. This was a little bit difficult to read. Okay, so I think this is saying that there is an escape fee for claiming bribe. Some of the bribe is given to police, and some of it is permanently burned. So please let me know in the comments if you can clear this up for us, because I'm a bit confused about this part. Okay, so this is just a step-by-step guide. I think maybe it's not worth it to go through it, but let's just go ahead. Start earning bribe. You need to stake your police. Okay, your thief will earn bribe, and you can claim it any time. And police, all you have to do is stake to start earning proportion of the bribe earned by thief. Yeah, that sounds nice. I don't have to worry about anything. Just stake my police and chill. So stake your bribe to earn loot. Okay, after your thief has earned bribe, simply claim and start staking bribe to earn loot. There will be 2 options available, single-sided and bribe LP. It'd be nice if they put this on the actual website. It'd be nice if they have it on the native website, so I don't have to go to Pangolin. Because I think if you put it on the native website, a lot of people will know how to do it, and it'll be easier for them to do it and convince themselves to stake that. I think it would add more liquidity to bribe, which would be cool. So the more bribe you stake, the more loot you'll earn. Perfect. However, it is important to note that those staking in the bribe LP will earn loot at a much higher rate per bribe. Loot will also be claimable at any time. Perfect. So to reiterate, there will be no lock-in periods for bribe, and you're free to unstake your bribe at any time. There will be an escape fee, which will permanently burn all bribe received. Oh, there we go. So when you unstake your bribe, there's going to be an escape fee. and this permanently burns all bribe received from unstaking. So I guess, yes, there is a escape fee that burns the bribe when you unstake it, and there's also the unstaking tax that will go to police. They haven't talked about unstaking your NFT yet, so let's see if we can find that too. So use the loot to increase the sneakiness level of your thief. So once you've claimed loot, apply this on your thief to increase its sneakiness level, allowing it to earn more bribe. Once you have sufficient loot to increase the sneakiness level of your thief NFT, this will be written straight to its metadata, right? As with all hierarchical structures in the modern day, wow, they're getting very philosophical on us, huh? It inevitably gets more and more difficult to level up as you move higher up the hierarchical ladder. True. The more sneaky your thief gets, the more loot it will need to level up, right? It's like an exponential, like it's just like an MMO. Like it gets harder to level up. You need more experience to level up each level. And thus the time it takes to utilize the loot to become more sneaky also increases. For those of you that are impatient or those of you who want to outpace your competition, there will be a skip button in the future. You'll be able to skip the waiting time by using Bribe. Right. All bribe used in this process will be burned. So not only is it more cost to level up your thief, but there's also a longer waiting period depending on the level that you are. So, and that will also cost more bribe to skip that process. So it says all bribe in that process will be burned. That's what we know as well. So the introduction of tri-token tokenomics creates various plus points within the police and thief game ecosystem. Well, yeah, I guess one plus system is that there's actually a phase 2. There's actually something to do in the next phase of it, yeah. Because right now I'm just have my NFTs doing absolutely nothing. So yeah, that is a various plus point. That's great. So loot holders benefit as loot transitions from being inflationary to finite and deflationary. That's correct. Burn mechanisms for loot introduced through the introduction of upgrading metadata through the sneakiness level. Right. That's good. The new token bribe is introduced as... Wait, the introduction creates various plus points, and one of the plus points is that we have a new token. Alright. So bribe is earned perpetually through the staking of thief and police, right? Loot can now only be earned through the staking of bribe, either single staking or bribe LP. Bribe is charged an escape fee when unstaked, so that's the burn mechanism for bribe. And then bribe can also be used to shorten the upgrading of thief sneakiness level, which is creating an additional burn mechanism for bribe. Perfect. Okay. So after the conclusion of Phase 1, the transition to Phase 2 for police and thief game was inevitable and necessary, and forthcoming. Through the tri-token tokenomics, this introduces an array of possibilities for all police and or thief holders to apply various strategies to thrive in the police and thief ecosystem. One thing is for sure, the utilization of loot and bribe will be key towards determining who dominates the criminal socioeconomic hierarchy in the police and thief ecosystem. Only time will tell. So that's cool. I think overall it is a cooler version, in my opinion, of the chicken game. They don't have the fighting game promise, which I think is honestly cool because I am worried that, you know, if let's say they did make a fighting game and you have like people who like just spent a lot of money or just had a lot of loot or whatever, and had more resources than you, and they got their thief to like some crazy level, and they're supposed to fight against your poor thief that has hardly any levels. It'd be like a pay-to-win game and unfair. So, I mean, that might happen with chicken. I'm not saying it will happen, but certainly my chicken that I have in that game is not as high as some other chickens, and those people have probably way bigger egg stacks, way bigger feed stacks, so they're able to level up their stuff even more because it all compounds as well, right? Like, so in this game, if you have more bribe, you're gonna be earning more loot, right? They even say right here, more bribe you stake, more loot. So if you have more access to bribe, you're gonna have more access to loot. You're gonna have a higher level NFT. You're gonna get even more bribe and then get even more loot. It's gonna compound. So if it, like, you could imagine how a game that got created from this mechanic would be pay to win. and favor people who are earlier, have more resources, etc., etc. So yeah, I mean, I think overall for someone like me who just wants to get back my money on my investment, this looks fun. I'm glad they have a phase 2. I have my police and thieves still, and I'll be able to use them in this game and get some more tokens. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm pretty bullish. I saw the price of loot was going up. I think the price of loot will continue to go up for a little bit. Not financial advice. None of this is financial advice. And yeah, I'm excited to see what happens and excited to join you guys in playing this game. So cheers. I guess subscribe if you want and like the video if it was helpful. Bye.